Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Good morning everyone, it is the end of the week, which I call it the end of the week, Friday. And it is another blue sky, sunny morning. We've been blessed with good weather. Apparently we are going to be blessed with it over the weekend as well. So for those of you who work during the week, 5 days a week, Monday, Friday, which I think is normal, and I don't know if Monday, Saturday, I think that's, some people have 6 days, most people have 5, I believe. I'm not too sure what your individual situations might be if you are working from home or something like that. But if you are, you're lucky we got it on the weekend as well. On this weekend, we have the sunshine. I think it's going to be a bit hotter than today, or basically about the same. It's just going to be great. Apparently, I did see something on the news, but I don't know really if that's really true. It's not on the news, it was on, I don't know what it is, my phone. My phone has this thing with the news, and it's just, I don't know how I get it. I think I might subscribe to it by accident, or maybe it's just something, because on all my phones there's always something that seems to come up after a time. It just comes up after a time, and it's there, and I just read it sometimes. But yeah, it's talking about all types of companies, like all the supermarkets and stuff like that. It's all talking about that. I just read it a little bit, not a lot, not really something I'm going to delve into, because it's not really, I didn't really take much of it in really. I just sometimes look at it, because I see one headline, and that headline seems to interest me, so I go and click on it, but apart from that I don't really take much of it in. So I just read a little bit, but didn't read a lot. But anyway, yeah, it says all the supermarkets are struggling in certain ways. I think it's with demand. Well, actually, I don't know. It could be with demand, but it's not just with demand. It's because I think it's because loads of things are happening with big shops. It's just changing, and it's just, I don't know. I'm not going to delve into that anymore. But apart from that, yeah, we have good weather this weekend. So if you are working during the week, you've got 2 days of it, which doesn't seem amazing. I understand that. It seems very dull, but at least you got some sun, and I'm pretty sure, even though there's maybe the days you go shopping, I'm pretty sure a shopping trip will be the longest, well, if not waiting in the queue, which happens to be now, about an hour tops, I think. But I'm not too sure. That depends on what goes on. But yeah, so you have about, if you do that, well, you have to do it in the morning if you don't want to. That's right up to you. I don't mind when you go shopping, whatever you like, because that's all down to you. So that one of my eyes, it just keeps getting, it's just, I don't know what's right with it. Anyway, apart from that, there's one, that shopping trip, you got to do that if you haven't done it already during the week. But if you have, and you have to go on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, basically the days that people do them. Well, actually, I think maybe on Saturday, because on Sunday the shop closed early, so it's not many people, don't think people do beach shop. I think people on Sunday, I think they get like odd bits and bobs, like they bought something during the week, but they didn't buy something else, and they remember to get it on the Saturday or the Sunday normally, or they do a bit short on Saturday, and then on Sunday they need something like a quick dinner. Like some people on Sunday don't want to cook a roast, which I understand. It is a lot of work, but yeah, if you want to cook a roast, you can. It's up to you. But some people, they have a big family, and they come to shops, like on Sunday, like they come to the locals, like around 6, 7, just to buy like a group of things for dinner, and it is a quick and easy thing to do. It takes about 20-25 minutes to get them ready. So that is pretty much the problem. That's the thing. When you have a big family, buying something for dinner is just what they do. They come in at that time and buy it. But if there's restrictions on certain products, which is still now, not all of them, but some of them, they've always had restrictions, which is fair enough. But there's other ones that, like, have restrictions still of the amount you can buy per customer. Like, we have those, they're in place, but most of them have been lifted, I think. But yeah, some of them are still in place, and the thing with that is that it does. Well, the thing is, even with those restrictions, when they all came in, when they were still all there, it couldn't support everyone, because they're trying to think. They can't say, oh, you can buy this many, you can buy this many, because it would then just demoralise the whole thing. But it's really hard because I don't tell customers anyway that like you can't buy more than 2 of that item or more than some of that. No, I still don't do it now because like pasta is one of the things that's still restricted. But yeah, it's going really, really bad. Like, many of them have been lifted, but the thing is, the government's trying to ease back into, well, our new normal. It's going to happen. We've got, well, on the 1st of June, if you are happy to, you will be sending some years back to school, but not all will understand. Like, it's a different thing, but that's on Monday, and then some are going back on the Wednesday, some are going back a week later. They're trying to do something about it, but it's just I think they're moving slowly. But the thing is, they need to kind of think about the ages and what certain ages do, and certain ones you can tell that will actually go. And maybe you might have one person who decides, oh, I don't care, but there will be some that won't understand. Like, if you're in double digits, or go into the double digits 10 years, which is a decade, then you would understand. Basically, you have a bit more understanding then, and you can be kept apart. But if you're already young, like in single digits, like below year, like the really lower end of primary school and the lower end of, well, all primary school, but the real low bit, like really low, and the lower end of junior, because there's infant and junior, I believe, in some places, but not all. But yeah, the lower end of it, that basically, those ones, they can't be kept apart. Now, that's the thing, you have to go with people who will understand and hopefully will follow it. You might have a few individuals who decide, oh, I'm just going to violate that, because sometimes with rules in school, the thing is, people just want to violate them because they don't like them, which is basically normal. But yeah, that's what happens nowadays. You violate them all, and well, not in society, not really, but in schools, that's basically what happens. There's always someone who wants to violate the rules or break the rules. It always happens. It's just the way of life in some cases. But apart from that, they're not thinking properly. Like, they've basically done it now, and it's universities, I think most of them would finish in May. I think, yeah, my graduation was in June. In May they all finished. So they got the university. I think what they did is they basically, the thing had died down, so they basically decided to let universities finish, and then basically after that happens, they wanted to reintroduce the others. But it's taking time to get that to happen, and it's just demoralising everything. They're not thinking too much about. They know that, but all the parents and stuff know they've been talking to their kids. Like, basically, the kids have to do their work at home, which is fine. I understand some of that, except for certain ones. But the thing is, you have to kind of. Sometimes they don't want to do it, and there's a way into bribing them to do it. Like, there was a dad who I met. It was a customer. I don't know his name, and I'm not going to say his name, but he basically, if you want to share this is one thing you could do, like, because they haven't gone back, but he said to them, basically, some of them, they use something to bribe them, like, if you do the work, I'll get you chocolate. They do that. That is a good system normally with kids, because they just want chocolate, and they'll do it. But they say they don't going to get the chocolate until after they've done the work. Give me a sound, chocolate, subscribe. So that's one scheme you can use, but it's not the best, always. Basically, you have to lie to them sometimes, or you tell them the truth in a way. But one thing that gets them to do the work is if they don't want to stay back at you, you say, if you don't do it, you're going to have to redo the whole year. That was one that he told me, and it will probably be the best one to ever let them do work, because they'll do it because they want to get to the next year. And that's the thing. I just laughed at that. He told them that. Yeah, you have to explain it to them, but it's hard because it's not easy when they're young, because when you're young, like me myself included in this, you're not really that, you don't have too much common sense. You're pretty much, well, including myself, I was an idiot when I was younger, so don't get me wrong, I do understand what it's like. Myself was like that. But the thing is, we need to kind of ease into it, and then the thing is, the lockdown has been lifted slightly, but it's harder because you can go to certain places, and basically, like I can't go many places myself. But apart from that, yeah, it is an alright day. It's a good day, and you've got the weekend if you are working. Also, hopefully this weather continues, because on Monday it is officially, well, I say it's officially summer, so, because June, July, August, so hopefully we'll get more of this sunshine and have a great day, and we'll catch you in a bit. The next part, I've just got to get there now. See you soon. Yeah, we're recording, sorry about that, I didn't really see it, I can't really hear because it was quite loud, but yeah, I'm just walking now this time instead. It's going to be a bit of a quick video, but today I'm going to talk about, let's see what I can talk about. Well, I talked about the weather already, so I don't want to do that again. But, you know what? Let's talk about holidays. Right. So, at the moment, we don't really have holidays. Now, when you work in a business, you have to book days off, right? But when you do that, you have, depending on what you have going on days you're not at work, which is normally a weekend or maybe a day in the week or something, depends. You have to book days off, like you have to say, oh, and you have to basically go to your manager or go to the system and book a holiday, and then you have to wait for approval. Which I did many times which I did once, and I got approval straight away. It was only one day because it was a Monday as well, because I had an event on the weekend and it was just exhausting. It exhausted me on the first day and the second day, so that was why I booked that holiday. I got it approved and everything. So holidays, you need to book them, but with them you've got to be kind of, it depends on times, like when I don't need a holiday, I won't book a holiday. But sometimes you have to put them in advance, which is the thing. You can't do this Mondays like that. You have to put them in advance of a certain amount of time period, like maybe a month or so. That's the thing. I have to do that anywhere I've been at work. And the thing is, booking them, you have to get them approved, and then you have to, once that's done, you've got your holiday off. The thing is though, I wouldn't book a holiday unless something's set in stone or I actually need it. I don't really, because I'm mostly off where I work now, and I'm a part-time worker, I do book holidays rarely, but the thing is, the holidays I book are now really not needed because, well, I normally book are not needed because nothing's happening. And it's like events and stuff that I have, but they're not happening because of what's going on. So, with holidays, I'm very strategic, but in certain businesses they sometimes might not like that. Sometimes they want you to book all the holidays in one shot, and I really am not that kind of person, because if I book them all in one shot, it's boom, it's done. And then basically they say that's the holidays you've got, and then basically one time I did it by accident. I did the wrong day, and I need to change, I need to just shift it a week ahead. Like I need to shift this one and this one, or move that one to there, or maybe actually I shift the whole block. And basically like, no, I need those holidays, and like they won't do it. It's like if you shift the holiday forward, they have more time to find cover for you then. They make schedules, I know, but they can change those. And it's just like they won't. Sometimes they just don't want to. They're like, no, you put the holiday, that's the holiday you get. I'm like, okay, I don't need that day because those days I'm here. I can work. That's what I say. I can work those days. Like sometimes when they allocate without asking you and they just say that's the day you're taking, or no, you can't have that day, you can have this day. Like it's like what? I didn't agree to that. That's the thing, I don't like it when holidays are booked for you. I don't think anyone does. The holidays you book, you know because you need them. But the thing is, it's all about your scheduling. With scheduling and holidays from work, if you're working full-time or part-time, you have a chance to do them. But if there's nothing going on, you don't need them. So the thing is, you need to basically make sure your holidays are booked according to your schedule, not anyone else. Because your holidays, you need them. And that's when you plan to do things. So that's what I'm saying. When you have holidays, you really can do something that day and you've already put your plans. I've got to go. I've got to get home. I'll catch you in the next video and I hope you have a great day and a great rest of the week. This is on Monday, so I'll catch you then. Well, I'll probably catch you on Tuesday on another video as well. So, I'll see you soon. And have a great day. Stay well. Stay safe. See you soon.